Good morning, viewers. You probably know who the next president of the United States of America is by the time this morning report is out to you. Welcome to ST Money's Morning News, your weekly business news channel. It's Wednesday morning, November 6, 2024, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Let's roll. The stock market turned in a buoyant performance on election day. US stocks closed sharply higher in a broad rally on Tuesday after data signaled a solid economy, but investors braced for volatile trading this week as voting was underway in an extremely tight US presidential election. The Institute for Supply Management said its non manufacturing purchasing managers index, a gauge of the service sector, accelerated to 56 last month, its highest since August 2022, from 49 or 54.9 the prior month and above the 53.8 expected by economists. Major stock indexes rose on Tuesday, following Monday's declines in a day with pockets of volatility. Meanwhile, the 10-year Treasury yields finished lower after rising earlier in the day. Equity markets avoided Monday's volatility on expectations of a soft landing for the economy, bolstered by corporate earnings, lower interest rates, and a resilient labor market. Stocks gained, with the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite up 1.4%, leading gains among major indexes. The S&P 500 added 1.2%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average moved 1% or 427 points higher. The world's largest tech companies led gains, with the S&P 500 up 1.2% and a measure of the Magnificent Seven megacaps climbing 1.8%. The rally was partly fueled by a surge in Palantir Technologies Incorporated after the company signaled unwavering demand for artificial intelligence. Nvidia Corporation became the largest company in the world, surpassing Apple Incorporated. Volatility was more pronounced in government debt and currency markets. The benchmark 10-year US Treasury note yield rose more than 10 basis points to a high of 4.366% before pairing gains on a solid auction and was last down slightly on the day. The 10-year yield fell slightly to 4.29% after settling at 4.309% on Monday. Other economic data on Tuesday showed the trade deficit hit a 2.5 year high in September as domestic demand rose in imports, while concerns about higher tariffs under a Trump presidency have led to a front loading of imports by businesses. Industrials and consumer discretionary led S&P 500 sectors higher. The US dollar weakened further against a basket of currencies. Oil prices advanced after Monday's move higher. US crude added zero point 0.7. West Texas Intermediate crude rose 0.8% to $72.0 a barrel. Spot gold rose 0.2% to $2,743 an ounce. Still, the CBOE Volatility Index, also known as Wall Street's fear gauge, was slightly higher than its long-term average of 19.43, although it had eased from a near two-month high hit last week of 23.42. Whether Trump or Kamala Harris wins the presidency isn't the only issue for investors. Other questions include when the race will be decided, if the result will be contested, and whether the new president will end up working with a Democrat or Republican led House and Senate. The election outcome could take days to be finalized, as the latest polls show the race between the Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Kamala Harris, which has impacted market in recent months, was too close to call. Investors are also keeping an eye on congressional elections to determine the balance of power in Washington. Many analysts predict a split government, which would limit the ability of the president to enact significant policy changes. Key events this week: Apart from the new president to be elected, Eurozone HCOB services PMI, PPI on Wednesday, China trade, forex reserves, UK Bank of England rate decision, US Fed rate decision on Thursday, and US University of Michigan consumer sentiment on Friday. That's it for today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow morning. In the meantime, let us know in the comment section what are your thoughts for the market. Happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it's all about money.